Hi everyone, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 2nd of December. On the 2nd of December, just want to talk a bit more in depth about Mercury square to Neptune, because it makes its strongest at 1:08 a.m. this morning. It's going to last for a while, affects us for about 6 days. So you may have noticed already that you and other people may not be thinking straight or having less clarity and more anxiety or mental and psychic distorted thinking more than normal. So you may struggle to absorb information, and this will affect you more if you have strong Mercury energy in your natal chart as well. That impairs, stunts your cognitive thinking functions or intuitive perception as well. And this tendency to not be thinking or intuiting straight. This placement of Mercury square Uranus. Mercury is our communication, Uranus is our personal expression and our bid for authentic, unique expression as well. So you may feel unable to do tasks that you regularly do, like routine things that you can do with your eyes closed. You may find it harder today. Some of you may be insensitive to others in your environment who are feeling down, so you could react harshly to them. So just try and treat people with compassion or say nothing if you can't say anything nice at all. Your ability to think or too much daydreaming can also interfere with your capacity to do daily tasks or focus on work. Some of you will be tempted to retreat into a world of make-believe. Others of you will be brought into illusionary states of mind via intoxicating substances. Breakdown in communications of all types can also happen, especially in personal relationships. You can neglect your duties, causing arguments in intimate relationships with your co-workers or in social environments, online and stuff like that. Because tension may appear in all personal and business matters, it may be best for you to put them off if you can, especially signing or negotiating contracts, and just try and postpone or just be aware that things can go south and go from nice and calm 1 minute to really heated the next as well. So just try and keep the peace while standing up yourself and not allowing others to walk over you. Psychological and personality disorders can get diagnosed or get worse at this time, as I mentioned. So do all you can to relax and self-soothe, but try not to escape into intoxicating substances, although they seem the easy way out. Try to gain some grounding and relieve your inner tension. At the worst end of the spectrum, you or somebody else close to you may have to take time out in a psychological institution during this time, or you may need to take some time off work or just have some new time. There's a chance of getting lost in short journeys, putting your mouth when you're speaking, as I mentioned, and triggering other people. Things that someone does or say can trigger past memories, hasn't been entirely resolved yet. So although this can be a hassle and annoying, just try and get to the bottom of it, otherwise it's just going to keep on haunting you and throwing you off course. It is the things actually, from my experience and research as well, that we push off and run. Because if we hide something and we pretend that something isn't happening to us, like we haven't got anxiety or depression or any other psychological or emotional disorder, then we can't learn to manage it ourselves. So then when we have a drink or have a moody thought or just get frustrated, and then our mind triggers us and we get lost in that trigger. But when we're consciously aware of ourselves, we can be aware of that process and we can stop these triggers from overwhelming us too much. So yeah, just watch out for avoiding things, going into distractions, intoxicating substances. And if you do partake in intoxicating substances, just be careful when you're doing things, especially handling dangerous machinery and stuff, to avoid accidents. Just be careful also of who you say your secrets with during this transit, because people can again just gossip, or things that are meant to be kept secret can be revealed. So make sure if you want something to stay secret, just say it, because people may not infer it, to avoid breakdowns in communications. Also, I want to talk a bit more about Venus Sextile Saturn. That energy is also at its strongest today. So yeah, this energy again, as I said yesterday, can make you look at ways to bring more financial stability and security into your life. Getting advice from those older can help you with your problems. Try and use tact, lighten the mood, have patience with any obstacles that happen today. And if you have delays on journeys or stuff in communication, you're waiting for something, instead of getting frustrated about it, try and spend some time in self-reflection and think of the ways you are quick to anger, how you could misuse communication, or how are you expressing your emotions and your love language and your inner values, and do you use Saturn energy like routine, order and organisation to stop yourself from feeling romance and exploring your Venus and sense of innate beauty and nature and natural impulses? Do you repress them too much, or do you play into them too much? Do you use too much of your Venus, and do you need to use the Saturn energy to discipline your Venus, amorous, overindulgence, overspending energy, using Saturn to discipline that a bit too much? So those sort of self-reflections can be good today. Also good for making progress in your career or anything you're interested in starting, business or partnership wise. And actually, business or partnership starting under this energy can do well in the long run. Old lovers or friends may come back, or you may look back at your past mistakes in your self-reflection or past experiences or anything from your past to help you better understand your future. Well thought out investments in art, luxury goods and services can also bring high returns right now. You can receive some good news also that support those in authority are willing to help you. Peaceful negotiations and resolution to business relationship and social problems can also be found when Venus makes a sextile to Saturn, so it's calming down that sort of erratic energy of Mercury square Uranus. But if you do have a lot of Mercury, third, sixth house and Mercury aspects, Virgo, Gemini aspects in your natal chart, or Neptune, Sagittarius, 9th, 12th and even 8th house, first house placements in your chart, Mercury square Neptune can affect you more than those who don't. And if you have Venus, Libra, 2nd, 7th house placements, Saturn, Uranus, 11th and 10th house, now this can go either way because Saturn is also the co-ruler of Uranus. So you just try, if you are feeling overly aggressive, tap into that Venus sextile Saturn energy and just try and relax and to not make things get out of proportion. So yeah, that was the 2nd of December daily scope. Thanks for listening and see you tomorrow.